Here at BuddyBoss, people always ask us, how can they build a community site that incorporates some job system in it? In other words, they want their users to be able to create jobs, and if other users view those jobs, apply to those jobs, etc. So I'm going to give you, this is really just a high-level overview of the approach that we take. Hopefully it'll help you out. So the plugin that I really recommend as the core foundation of this whole thing is WP Job Manager. And I'm going to explain why, and then I'm going to go into some of the back-end stuff and how we integrate things to give you a nice experience. This plugin basically allows for, it has kind of all the functionality you would possibly need, especially when you consider all the extensions that are available that extend it. So you can have job listings, and they can have categories, and you can have the fields basically conditional to what type of job it is. And then if you extend it with their add-ons, and by the way, we are not affiliated with WP Job Manager in any way at this moment. I just think it's a good solution. So here you can see some of the extensions. So they allow you to have paid listings. In other words, the users on your site have to pay to be able to publish a job. You can have applications. So that means that the job candidates need to apply. Similar, if you ever used Upwork.com, a similar experience to that. You post a job, the user comes and fills out kind of a cover letter. They could upload a CV or something. And then you can go through all the applicants and you can give them a star rating, give them some notes, and filter through those users. And they have some other, a lot of extensions you can see. I'm not going to get into all of it, but this is why I like the plugin. I think it's good to use plugins that are extendable. And then there's also this plugin, which I'm really going to recommend, WP Job Manager Field Editor. I kind of personally can't build a site without using this. Job site, I should say, because this really allows you to have a lot more control over the job fields, and I'll get into that in a moment. So let me just go in the back end and show you how this all works. So we have job listings, and here we have all the jobs, and I can create a new job from the back end. I can also create one from the front end. Before I do that, let's go into some of the options. Job types, freelance, full-time, internship, part-time, temporary. This is just what came out of the box. This is a taxonomy. You can delete these, add new ones. All right, so let's go ahead and add a new job from the back end. And I'm going to call this test job. And here we can put in our job content. Now later, I'll show you how this is done on the front end too. So we can give it a job type. I'll say full-time. We can give a location. I'll say Chicago. Company, BuddyBoss. All right. That's enough for now, and I'll go ahead and publish it. And then we can view the job, and here we can see it. So there's not a lot of content in here. You can imagine if you had more info. You can see who published it. This is within our One Social theme, but it could work in whatever theme you're in. And then here on the front end, we can see some options. So a user can apply for the job, and we can go to the jobs dashboard, and here we can see all the jobs that I've personally published. So here it is. I can mark it as filled, I can duplicate it, or I can edit it. So let me edit it from here, and I can actually edit it from the front end. And let's say I want to change the job type to internship, and I'll give it a website, or let's see what else. At BuddyBoss WP. And I'll go ahead and click Save Changes. It's been updated and we can view it. So now it's been changed to internship. Pretty cool. And if I click Post a Job, we can create a new job from scratch. And I can go into the jobs listing, and here we can see all the jobs and search them. And we can filter by type, etc. So this is a good foundation. And then if we go into plugins, I want to show you the WP Job Manager and what makes this so powerful. So let me just get this plugin one sec. Basically, this is a plugin you'd have to purchase, but it's $39. So here we have WP Job Manager Field Editor. So let me activate that. Okay, and now when I go into job listings, we have job fields, and we can see all the fields that exist and all the company fields, and we can go ahead and start editing these and reordering them. and also adding conditional values. So I could edit this where it says job title. I could just call it provide your title. Okay? And here when we go to post a job, it says provide your title. So we can rename them. We can make them required, not required. We can reorder them. You could add 100 fields if you wanted to. You can remove the company section entirely. Total control. This is where things really become flexible with this plugin. And then we can also go to conditional logic. In here it says beta, but it works fine. So I could add a conditional name. So I could say like, I could say job type 1 and say this applies to field company name. So then you add your logic. If job type is, whatever, you can go in here and start playing with it, and you can add your logic. So you can say if the job type is internship, then we're going to display the company name field, show, or you can reverse and hide. So using this, you can have all these conditional things. So if someone selects a certain dropdown, then the fields change, or a radio or whatever. And in this way, you can really build a customized job platform. So you might want it to be that somebody who has these certain skills or this certain industry, you ask them different info that's pertinent to that. So that's where this really gets powerful. And then there are also plugins to integrate this with BuddyPress so that when you're in your profile, you can see all the jobs that you've published within your profile. At BuddyBoss, we build these job sites all the time. People come to us to get help building them. So this is usually the foundation that we use, and then we'll go ahead and start extending the job plugins, configuring things for you, or maybe adding custom plugins to get it to the point where it's working for exactly your purposes. So just a high-level overview. I hope that you guys find this helpful. For more info, check out BuddyBoss.com, where you can learn about how to build your online community using WordPress and BuddyPress. Or check out our sister site, AppBoss.com, where you'll learn about how to take your WordPress community and make it available through a mobile app that your existing customers can download using their iPhone or Android device.